Greetings, welcome, happy Tuesday night. Welcome to the Stream of Blood and tonight's episode of Taste of Blood, where we play all kinds of tabletop role-playing games. I'm usually the game master, or in tonight's case, I am the keeper, because that's what you call the game master when you're playing Call of Cthulhu, the incredible game from Chaosium, Sandy Peterson, Paul Thicker, Mike Mason, Paul Fricker, sorry, Scott Dorward, all these guys created an incredible new edition of Call of Cthulhu, a game that's been around since 1981. And of course, Call of Cthulhu is role-playing in the worlds of H.P. Lovecraft and other weird guys that wrote weird, scary stories like Robert W. Chambers, for example. Some of my favorite writers. I love bringing this world to life for you every once in a while, and we have some great players to do that with tonight. Before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about the Stream of Blood. If you've never tuned in before, or if you're still kind of figuring out what we are a Twitch channel where we play tabletop role-playing games with comedians, performers, writers, all kinds of really funny, incredible people. And we survive with your subscriptions. The more people subscribe here on Twitch, the more content we're able to bring to you, the viewers. And so if you have been watching our content for a while and enjoying it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you see someone in the chat a lot and they hang out at the show, but they haven't subscribed yet, buy a subscription for them. The more subscriptions we have, the more great stuff we're able to bring you. Tonight's adventure, for example, was partly kind of written by our subscribers. We do special things for our subscribers. And tonight, the subscribers chose the horrible, blasphemous entity from the outer dark that would be featured in this Neptune Society 3-parter. So, chat, mum's the word. Let's not tell our players. They might not even know what the entity is, even if you did mention it. But let's not give away too much if we can help it, chat, and see how our players react to the very strange story and mythology that you've chosen for tonight's adventure. Another thing I want to say about good old Call of Cthulhu and the Stream of Blood is that this is a horror game. It's a horror game. Horrific stuff happens in H.P. Lovecraft stories and in Robert Chambers stories. We don't get too graphically violent usually. Well, sometimes. My point is, this is an adult game. And so occasionally adult, creepy, troubling, shocking stuff happens. So if that's the type of content you don't enjoy, you might want to give the show a pass. But the most important thing to add on to that is that we are always listening to our viewers and to anybody who's watching who has a comment or a reaction to our content. We take all of your comments very seriously, and the best place to get in touch with us is on our Discord. That's the server of Blood. Come to our Discord. Find a channel where you can get in touch with us. Clint and I are always watching. Clinton Trucks, secret keeper Clinton Trucks, can you come say hello?
It's me, Clint.
Hi, this is my friend Clinton Trucks, who helps me write all of these scenarios, helps me run them, helps me book all of the talent, and Clint and I are always reading all the comments on that Discord, right, Clint?
Yeah, and someone recently said that you had pretty hair, Jared.
Well, yeah, people state the obvious a lot on the internet, and that's okay. You know, compliments about my hair were the comments I was saying we're very open to. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yeah, it's true. That's true. And my grandpa Eddie on my mom's side had just a huge pompadour till the day he died. So this isn't going anywhere. You're going to be able to enjoy this for many years to come, everybody.
All right. There are better looking people than me on their way. Goodbye, everybody.
Strange way to cell phone before you sign out of a stream. I think Clinton Trucks is a very good looking man, and he too has excellent hair. Let's bring in 3 players who have excellent hair. This first guy is one of my favorite people to play tabletop role-playing games with. He is hardcore in the tabletop hobby. I think as a game master, I have maybe killed him 12 times. He's also a very talented actor, improviser, and writer who most recently finished working on Apple TV Plus's Mythic Quest television show. Please welcome tonight playing his new character for the Neptune Society, a doctor of German origin, Ruprecht Reuter. Please welcome Humphrey Ker, everybody.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm very well. I was delighted to hear you say that I'm hardcore in the world of RPG. I almost exclusively play with you, and almost exclusively on this stream. These days.
I know. Well, no, when you turn it into a stream, suddenly, you're like, let's do a home game. And everybody's like, sure. I mean, why don't we just put it on the stream, though? Because
sure. When are we going to fit it in?
Right.
When will we fit it in? Yeah, well, I'm delighted to be here. What a thrill to be back amongst so many dear friends at the end.
The best thing about having Humphrey Ker on almost any game, really, but especially on a Neptune Society game, which our game is set in the 19th century, is that Humphrey is a bit of an aficionado, and he makes my game mastering suddenly feel like I did some research. So
I'm a dork. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, huge dork, and sort of shocking that he's married or that anybody wanted him at all. But nevertheless, you are here. So thank you for being here, sir.
I am indeed. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
This next player, man, I was so happy that we got her for this stream. She has performed on my comedy show, which is coming back, by the way. If you're ever in Los Angeles on a Wednesday and you'd like to see some stand-up comedy, it is returning to Wednesday nights at Bar Bandini starting in 2 weeks. But we had her on and she was just fantastic. Tonight, she is portraying, Candice Rodriguez, a dancer from España. And you can also hear her on her podcast, which is about spooky, creepy things just like this show. It's called Ghosted. Please welcome Roz Hernandez, a.k.a. Roz Dress for Less.
Hi!
Hello!
I'm so excited. This is my first ever tabletop role-playing game. I'm a complete virgin, and I can't wait.
I think you're going
I'm honored.
I think you're going to take to it like a duck to water, which is an expression
quack,
I rarely
quack.
get to pull out. There we go, baby. Great. So
like
your
Donald
first
Duck,
experience,
I'm not wearing pants.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's the best thing about these online shows is pants optional. And so yeah, just do us all a favor and stand up at some point, Let's kick this stream into high gear. All right, I'm going to bring in your third player. She is a hardcore role player as well. She most recently, I think, went campaigning with our good buddy Ross Bryant in his home game. You can check her out. She's a Twitch streamer. She's also on Instagram and Twitter. And tonight she is playing a character that goes by the name Christine Delphine, the Dancing Queen. We added Dancing Queen, but it's now official. Please welcome Mary Lou, everybody.
Hello!
Hello, welcome.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
So, Mary Lou, you have played quite a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons, but you've not played Call of Cthulhu yet, right?
Never played Call of Cthulhu, so I am terrified. Actually, I'm really scared. So
now I know Roz likes ghost stories. Are you like a horror person? Do you like horror?
Absolutely not. No,
okay.
At all. I am naturally incredibly startled, like incredibly easily startled. So I scream and I talk to the movies and
oh, that was delayed. It's probably our connection.
Yeah, that's definitely it. So no, I'm a kind of a menace to watch horror with, unless you like to listen to me just as much as the movie, because I can't keep it in.
Well, that's exciting, actually. I mean, if someone actually reacts to the story, that's really great. So, look, we are going to tell a horror story tonight, and do your best to kind of just enter the world that we are about to create together. The world that we are about to create tonight is the world of the year 1872. And we are at the dawn of the Belle Époque in France, specifically in Gay Paris. The Belle Époque was a time between the wars in Paris when art and poetry and love and decadence flourished in the City of Lights. But we are at the very beginning of it in 1872. The Franco-Prussian War has just ended. A horrible government that took over Paris for almost just about a year, called the Communards, have been displaced by the French army, and now there is a new president in charge, and that president is pro-monarchy. He wants to bring the king back, but nobody can agree on how to do it, so it's a very conservative government that's in charge. Your characters, however, are in another strata of society. You're not making the decisions about whether there will be a monarch or a republic in France. You are in the Montmartre district of Paris. The Montmartre is a district of cafes, of artists' garrets, clubs where ladies dance. Many of the women who danced in these clubs, who danced the can-can, were sex workers primarily. It was hard to make your full living as a dancer at this time. And so I take you back to a night in November of 1872. And I would like to introduce your characters by first kind of giving you your mystery, or basically your quest for the entire game tonight. And that is that the three of you, the two dancers, Christine Delphine and Candace, and our doctor, Dr. Ruprecht Reuter, you all have a mutual friend. You all know each other. You're friendly with each other, but you have a mutual friend named Camilla Bourbeau. And Camilla, if you don't see her working the corner, you will occasionally see her dancing in the clubs. But Camilla, she is often a bit sickly. She often is coughing into her small doily, and she has, there's dried blood on it when you see it later. And she has now disappeared. You have not seen her for a week and 3 days in November of 1872, and it is not warm in Paris, and you know that she has a hard time finding a place to stay often. And so the three of you together have come to the last known address of your friend Camilla Bourbeau, and your quest tonight and over the next 3 parts of this mystery, depending on how your actions go, is to find your friend Camilla Bourbeau. For some reason, she's very important to your character. You can let that come out while we play, but think to yourself, why is Camilla Bourbeau so important to me? But your quest is to find her. Where has she gone? Why is she missing? And so her old landlord, a man with a pinched face, who looks like he eats nothing that isn't pickled, has just taken a huge ring of keys and jangled them around until he opened the locked door to her garret, 4th floor. She's renting one little room in this tenement, and you look into the tenement, into the tenement room, and there's nothing but a cot, a tiny table with a candle and a jewelry box on it, a bucket that she probably uses for her toilette. A wardrobe screen behind which several dresses and undergarments hang. And on the wall, she's tacked up a drawing. And so the three of you are looking into it, and the faint light is coming through the window. It is not yet dusk. And you're looking into this little room that belongs to your friend, hoping you would find her there, hoping perhaps you could help her if she's once again ill, doctor. But in fact, Camilla is not there. And so that is the mystery you must solve. And I will now turn it over to your characters to look around. And when you are ready, sort of introduce who you are.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Camilla, where are you? Have you seen her? Candice?
I haven't seen her. I just noticed this bucket.
Yeah.
And
Are
I'm
you
not going to look
examining
back
the
in
bucket?
it.
You're going to look into the bucket?
Glimpse.
Very good. You look into the bucket, and she keeps it tidy for a small kind of slum apartment. So the bucket doesn't have any crust or anything on it. You can just tell that it's well worn. She uses it. She brings hot water to kind of wash her face with this bucket. But the bucket doesn't seem to have anything particularly noteworthy about it. But if you look at your sheet and there's some sort of skill you'd like to roll on the bucket, you may. If there's not, you can just keep kind of looking around.
Is the tenement manager, the landlord, is he still here with us at this moment?
Yes, oui, monsieur.
What is your name, monsieur?
My name, I am. Wait, I have to look up my French name generator. I did not think you would
I'm
ask
sorry
this
to have stumped you. Apologies for stumping you with such a difficult question.
No, my name is Jeremy Guillaume.
Jeremy Guillaume.
Two first names.
Enchanté.
Get ready for some scenery-chewing bad French accents tonight, viewers.
I do not know what you are talking about.
This is like being in an episode of a long-running British sitcom Hello Hello, which probably nobody watching this stream will understand whatsoever.
Our one British viewer right now is going, yes, he mentioned Hello Hello!
He said
I hope so.
No, I do not know that show because I am too young.
Fuck you.
Because I am so young.
Yes, good for you, okay.
Yes.
That must be nice.
Well, maybe we can just kind of state a couple things that are definitely true. I think that Candace and Christine were dancers with our friend Camilla at some point. That's probably not why she's super important to them. Just being a coworker, you can think of what that might be, but that's probably the initial kind of connection. And then Dr. Reuter, what is your connection to these ladies?
Well, first of all, I should say I have been joined by my faithful friend Brunhilde.
Oh yes,
who is also with me at all times.
Brunhilde.
At all times, I'm joined by Brunhilde, and my connection to this is that I have found myself here in Paris after having to leave my home city of Frankfurt in some minor disgrace, taking care of what is often described as fallen ladies. So. Much of my medical practice is amongst the working girls of the Montmartre, and I basically do a lot of kind of VD clinics for Toulouse-Lautrec. That is how I mostly make my money. Oh, you're leaving again already. I've lost Brunhilde already.
So, long and short of it, you are a VD clinic proprietor.
I do all sorts of things.
Yes, but mainly VD clinics.
Yes, okay, mainly VD clinics. Yes.
So here you are, and you can talk to Jeremy Guillaume, the landlord, a little more if you'd like, or you can look around the room. Yes.
Well, I think it is worth perhaps asking. Apologies, after you, Mademoiselle.
No, I was just going to ask Monsieur Guillaume, when was the last time you saw Camilla? It's not like her. She is a social butterfly, always around town.
I do not keep track of all these girls and these people in all of these rooms, They are usually gone in a fortnight. I know nothing about her. Maybe she meets a man and runs off somewhere. How do I know? But she is behind on her rent, and so I would take anything you want because the rest is coming with me today.
Where are you taking it?
What can be sold, I will sell. And what cannot be, will go in my waste bin.
Okay, that is very rude.
That is rude. Also, she took my favorite doily. I lent it to her and I haven't seen it.
Is it this doily?
Oh, girl! Thank you. Okay,
there it is,
never
and
mind.
it's covered in blood.
Well, thanks for cleaning it before returning it, Christine.
You might want to, throw that one away.
But, Monsieur Guillaume, perhaps if I was to give you these 2 sous, that would be sufficient payment for you to leave us to inspect the room in peace?
Yes, very well. Yes, do not be long. I have to make it to the pawnbrokers today. And he starts down the creaking steps that lead up to this attic room.
So, now we will not be disturbed.
Thank you.
So what do you
what
guys
is this?
know? I haven't seen her. I've been worried sick. When's the last time you saw her?
1 week and 3 days ago.
Indeed, for me,
Did
it
she
was 2
perform
weeks
with you? What did she do? You can. You are welcome to say this happened, and then if I, the game master, think it didn't happen, I'll tell you. But I think it probably did. Were you performing together? Did you see her out at a cafe? Where did you see her?
Yes, 1 week and 3 days ago, we finished our show at the cabaret, and we walk home, and I say, "Good night, Camilla," and she says, "Good night, Christine," and we blow kiss, mwah, mwah, just like we always do every night. And then I haven't seen her since. She was supposed to show up the next morning for rehearsal, and she often does not come to rehearsal, but never again.
Yes, I too have not seen her for some 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. And you,
perhaps-
Candide?
Well, I should share something with you guys. I'm a little bit psychic.
Wow.
A little bit. I'm like about 30% psychic. Okay? So I'm
That is
not
a sizable
always
percentage.
sure. I'm not always sure when I'm actually when I see her, when I don't see her. It's a little confusing. I'm not at the point where I could charge people. If so, I would get out of the dancing game and I would just read palms. But nonetheless, I'm working on it. I'm developing some skills. Now, I think the last time I saw her, we were at sort of a grocery store type place.
Sure. Yes.
What do we
yes.
call
Okay.
it? What do we call a marketplace?
A market. Yes, a market stall.
A market stall.
The man was selling onions and tubers and autumnal crops.
A lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of that going on. And, she grabbed an onion and she made her way out of there. She didn't pay for it, but nobody cared. They knew her.
Classic. Classic Camilla.
Classic.
Yes, I fear that does sound like Mademoiselle Bourbeau.
Perhaps she's gotten into trouble with the police.
Oh, mon
Well,
Dieu.
yeah.
Is a possibility. Would it perhaps behoove us to explore the room a little bit further?
Right, I'll have a look around. What is this drawing here?
Ah, very good. So you are looking at a sketch. She lacks a frame. It is not like a full painting that she's purchased, but you were looking at a beautiful charcoal sketch, and it has been tacked up on the wall of a room. It depicts a beautiful young woman, kind of in repose in the corner of a small room with a window behind her. And does anybody have the art skill?
I'm so sorry. Would it be possible to see the beautiful young lady's repose again? Just for slightly longer?
Yeah, like this.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay. Now I have
Wow,
a
I
mental
see.
image.
Very beautiful.
Okay, good. Good. And let me know if you want me to do it again at any time during the show.
Do one more time. Just one more.
Absolutely
I
not.
just want to.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I think he was out a little more than I
What
did
a very
before.
coquettish finger.
So delicate. Oh,
Yes,
my
the
goodness.
pinkies
If we had
is
missed
important.
that key detail that could have set the investigation back by weeks.
That's right. So would anybody like to roll a skill like art or appraise on this
Let me
this
see.
drawing?
I have art at 60.
But that
Oh,
is
this is
so
very
your art skill is for theater.
Oh, it's for theater. Okay, I can roll a praise then.
But I will allow you to roll a hard art skill, and then because your specialty is theater, but you know a little bit about all kinds of art.
Mm-hmm.
So if you roll 30 or under, you roll your art skill for this, or you
Okay.
could roll appraise just the way you. What is your appraise skill at?
50.
Oh,
Do you want to roll appraise or art?
Appraise.
Go for it.
44.
There you go. That is under your art skill of 50. You can check that skill, meaning the little box, the tiny little box beside it, you can check it, and the next time we play, it might get better. It might go up, right? Because this was an important little roll that you just made. You realize, looking at this with your appraise skill, that this is the work of a talented professional artist. And that the person depicted in the drawing is definitely Camilla herself. Although it is a charcoal drawing and it's like a full body shot, like you pick up like little details that say this is definitely our friend Camilla. So apparently she posed for a professional artist who gave her this as a gift.
Captured the very spirit of her.
Look at the little birthmark. The birthmark on her tummy. That must be Camilla.
She used to always do that thing with her pinky like that.
And she always does the pinky. C'est classique.
Classic pinky.
Has the sketch been signed, perhaps?
Very good, Dr. Reuter. Yes, when you look at the very closely, no roll necessary, I will tell you that it's been signed by someone who signed it G. Thale. Thale.
G. Thale.
Thale.
Is this name familiar to either of you ladies?
Je ne le connais pas. I don't know him.
I don't know who that is.
Well, it could perhaps, and this drawing, it is not familiar to either of you on your travels with Mademoiselle Borbeau. She did not speak to you ever of having posed for any particular artist?
She never told me, and honestly, I thought we were closer than that.
It's sometimes harsh to find out that one's friends are not as close as one thinks.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot about her.
Peut-être, maybe it was a secret. Maybe a lover.
Very possible.
Certainly, a lot of artists do end up banging their models. This is my understanding.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I know that happens for a fact.
Candice, you mentioned your psychic ability, and you have the second sight skill. So if you at any time would like to try rolling that, and I can tell you that it works even better if you kind of try your second sight on specific objects and things, but you could just kind of, in general, try to get a reading. That's just one idea I have for you. You guys can explore the place any way you want.
Perhaps I would take a look at this jewelry box on the dresser.
Very good. Yes, Christine Delphine, you start kind of digging through the jewelry box, and when you do that, you find an engraved invitation. There is an engraved invitation from a Madame Castaigne to attend the Salon du Crépuscule in her mansion in the 16th arrondissement. The invitation is for 2 nights hence.
Oh no,
November
what was her name?
29th.
Madame who?
Madame Castaigne.
Madame Castaigne.
Castaigne.
Well, her parties are so famous. They are so hard to get into. How did Camilla get an invite?
Seriously, I thought I was on that list. I've been trying for years.
Why would Camilla not take us, or at least tell us about it?
I know, seriously, I'm starting to feel like we should have been better friends to her.
Seeing as she was quite connected, apparently.
Yeah, we could be partying it up at Madame Castaigne, at the lady's house.
So, Herr Keeper, do we know? Evidently, my friends and associates here are familiar with Madame Castaigne. Is it possible that this is a figure well known to us, that we recognize the name?
If you would like to roll your credit rating, everybody, if you succeed, you will know a little more about her.
I have succeeded.
Very good.
I got a 99.
That is a fit.
14.
That is under your credit rating score, I think, Roz, because I think that our friend Candice has a credit rating of. It's pretty low, but she has a credit rating of 20, so you succeeded. So it sounds like you were trying to get on this list for a while.
Are
you're
there
trying to get it.
critical fails in Call of Cthulhu? Because I think I just.
Oh yes.
It is a critical fail. A critical fail. You apparently you are not in with the jet set, Christine Delphine. Which is funny because your character actually has an interesting past. You are a child of privilege who has fallen into this life. So it's interesting. Maybe when you left that life behind, you really decided not to look back. But at any rate, Candace and Dr. Reuter have both heard of our friend Madame Castaigne. Madame Castaigne holds a regular monthly salon where she celebrates the weird and outre artistes of all types, poets, theater impresarios, visual artists, and she holds them at her mansion in the 16th arrondissement. You could ask more questions about her, but in order to know more about her, you would need to roll more skills, or go and ask people, or go research her.
When was the party or the?
It is 2 nights
for?
hence.
Oh.
Well, we must go to this party.
Well, yeah, we got the invitation.
Is the invitation
Absolutely,
addressed specifically to Mademoiselle Bourbeau, or is there no name?
It is addressed to Mademoiselle Bourbeau, which is interesting
Well, then
because you were not incorrect, Christine, when you said there's no way she could have gotten invited to this. It's weird. She is our friend Camilla Bourbeau is almost a street urchin, and this woman is a woman of means.
Well, there must be a reason.
So,
I mean, listen, I have an idea. I could pretend to be our girl Camilla. I'm just saying,
Yes.
I could go in there. I could, do one of the. How was?
To be fair, you do strike something of a resemblance to her.
Yeah, I mean, I can do impressions. I'll show up. I'll just see what's going on.
I think that's a good idea because it cannot be me. Alors, I come from a very, high background, and they would all know me. They would all know, that is Christine. And I do not want to talk to them.
Yes, you come from a very wealthy, they didn't call them suburbs at the time, but an area of Paris, outside Paris, called Versailles, which actually many wealthy people lived there in many grand estates. But then when revolution after revolution hit Paris, that neighborhood was greatly disrupted. And that is maybe only speculating why you've ended up in your current circumstances. But you certainly can attend the party in 2 nights hence, and we can cut straight to that if people think that they're done looking through poor Camilla's apartment.
Please, before we are done with the cutting to 2 nights hence, would it be possible to look into amongst her clothing to see if there's anything that looks out of the usual?
Absolutely. So you go behind the wardrobe screen where she has her few sort of gowns and sort of clothing kind of hanging up. And in a coat pocket, you find a flyer. The flyer is for the Café C'est Ruiné. It advertises dance, drama, delight, and the consummation of your most forbidden desire. It is a very kind of outrageous sort of flyer, really trying to shock and entice, titillate anyone who it is handed to.
Can
How is
I
this
roll
spelled?
credit rating to see if I've ever performed there before?
You,
Or if I know it?
yes, you absolutely may. You don't need to roll credit rating for this one. Anybody that would like to could roll theater, dance, or even just a intelligence roll to see if they know it.
I'll roll. Okay, I got 103.
You got a 10 and a 3, which means you got 13. So you rolled very well.
I got 53, so I just beat it.
What were you
passed.
rolling for, Mary Lou?
Under 60.
And what was the skill?
For art theater.
Great. And what were you rolling for, Roz? What skill?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
right?
Great. Okay. Yeah. So you rolled, when you roll a 10 and a 3, you've rolled a 13. That's way under. So you know something. And Doctor, how did you do?
I passed hard, 27 against a 40 for my intelligence. For 80 intelligence, 40 is hard.
Then I'm going to say between the three of you, you have heard of this place. Oh, yes, you have. And in fact, you have avoided working there, Christine Delphine and Candice Rodriguez. And Doctor, you have administered to some of the ladies who have worked there, because the Café C'est Ruiné is a place that is known for shows that deal in blasphemy and vulgarity and obscenity. And it is a very considered a very dangerous place, probably an illegal front, some say, and others say that it makes its money by having special private shows in the back, if you get my meaning. And it is run by a filthy pig of a man named André Aldonnet. André Aldonnet. Many rhyming names tonight. I didn't know Christine Delphine might meet André Aldonnet tonight, but rhyming is now a theme, everybody. It's a poetic adventure.
I love it.
Yes.
Café Saint-Ruiné.
André, je lui déteste. Ugh.
Pig man.
Vraiment.
Yes.
Pig.
Now, but what I want to know is why she might have. Was it an invitation?
It was. There was an invitation to a salon, but there was also just a flyer for the Café C'est Ruiné.
Yes, that is weird.
That's
That's
true.
like the opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yes, certainly it is a strange mixture. So, the rest of this meager little garret we have examined fully. Is it fair to say? Can I roll a spot hidden to see if there's anything that I've not seen?
You may. So the spot hidden skill would be kind of looking carefully, kind of around the room to see if there's any kind of opportunity that you've missed.
I rolled a 17 against a 45, which means I passed hard.
Very good. I think that you can check the skill then, Doctor.
So I shall.
And Dr. Reuter, when you do this, you kind of go back behind the cot, and you notice that sort of the paneling down along the wall is kind of pulled out a little bit, pried out a little bit, and that there is a slim volume that has been tucked back behind the wood as if to hide it.
Like a diary, perhaps.
Perhaps.
I pluck it out and I step into the meager shaft of light in order to more readily read what is written within.
The volume you're looking at is thin, leather-bound, and looks new. It is embossed on the cover with a symbol that looks like a flower with 3 petals, 3 long petals sort of kind of winding out from it. It is not, as far as you can tell, a diary. When you kind of glance inside for a moment, you see that the contents have been printed, not handwritten.
Not handwritten, okay. May I scan the first page? To get a sense of what is within?
The King in Yellow, a play in 3 acts. And as you open it, you realize that in the hours you 3 have been searching the room, it has gotten full dark outside. And that is in the moment that you open it and read that title page, you see through the window of the attic window, suddenly yellow streaks start to tear across the sky. Out of the stars, streaks of yellow begin to come down like streamers far out in the atmosphere of the earth. Some sort of meteor shower is occurring.
It is some sort of celestial phenomenon. We are fortunate to see it in the flesh, because I don't know what the King in Yellow is.
Look at the player doing a great job of role playing when his character doesn't know what it is. Well, you really wouldn't, because this volume that you're looking at seems to be extremely new and newly printed, newly minted.
Could I roll education or theater to see if I know it?
You may roll theater if you'd like.
If flickety flick it, I am flicking through and I see that it is a play. No,
It is a play. That's correct. Yes.
I failed 76.
You've never heard of this in your life. It looks to be a new work. Perhaps Christina's intrigued.
Oh, a new
it would
play?
appear to be a play.
Why would she hide this? It looks amazing. Perhaps the playwright is her new lover.
Ooh,
An interesting
she
idea.
Knock,
Yeah.
knock, knock, knock. All right, you have been messing about here long enough. The tenant downstairs is tired of hearing your footfalls. Come, kindly.
I have squirreled away the copy of The King in Yellow.
Oh, good,
What's
because
the king
his
in yellow,
greedy
isn't
little his greedy little red eyes are looking for anything of value.
I have squirreled amongst my many voluminous pockets.
Very good. And so he is asking you to kindly exit the apartment. Do you all agree to do so?
All right, yes.
I'm
Very
taking
good.
that invitation to that party.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. So you exit Camilla Bourbeau's room.
I would, if I may, as we are leaving, I press one more sou into his hand and I say, Monsieur Guillaume, if Mademoiselle Bourbeau is to return, please to have a message sent to my rooms at 135 Rue d'Avigné. Merci bien.
Oui, but she will not come back. Her kind never do.
And he starts gathering up her dresses and things to sell.
That man is very good.
He fucking sucks.
And now we can cut to our next scene. Where should we go next? Two days can pass in the blink of an eye, and we can be at the salon of Madame Castaigne, or we could use this time to investigate something else. Yes.
Could I use this time not to derail what we're doing, but may I use this time to perhaps go in this 2-day period? Can I have gone to the library and read up or read any periodicals that might mention the name of G. Thale?
Ah, very good. Yes, you may. So you may make a library use roll at the library. Yes.
Turns out I am Uncle Library because I rolled a 4, baby.
A 4? You should check that.
Yes. I made it extreme.
You find it's quite difficult to find this. Basically, the librarian eventually turns you on to like a seller of pamphlets and magazines and things who can sell you like very kind of up to date art periodicals. And it is only in there that you find a passing mention to a man named Gory Thale. And Gory Thale is an Englishman. Gory, Gory. Gory Thale is an Englishman who is one of the many immigrants into Montmartre to kind of enjoy Paris and its decadent lifestyle here in the new Republic. He's mentioned in an art periodical that his work is quite advanced and quite spectacular. Are there any other questions you would have about him? Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you where he would be. It does describe his work. He does a lot of human study stuff. He captures the curl of a lip. He captures the curve of an earlobe. Perhaps he captures how a pinky is kind of splayed by the model. Yes, his subject is generally the women of Montmartre.
But there's no mention of anywhere where he has an exhibition or where he is about.
Actually, perhaps it does mention that he has. Yes, certainly, he has an exhibition somewhere. Let me see. Actually, let me roll some dice and see. Test that. See if it does mention that.
Cool beans.
Here we go. Yes. Oh no, I rolled 100. No, it doesn't say that he has an exhibition, but that was a extreme success. So I think that you find out that he is friends from that article. From one of the articles, you find out that he is friends with a itinerant young writer who currently works as a naval clerk named Guy de Maupassant. Guy de Maupassant. Who also quarters in the Montmartre.
A
That's
writer.
Then I think
Perhaps
we
a
have
writer of
squeezed-
plays.
Perhaps indeed. I think we have squeezed the last drop of juice from this particular lemon.
Shall we go talk to him?
It is well, if we so desire, or else we can go to the party of Madame Castaigne. I am comfortable either way. I do not wish
What
to
if he was
derail our
there?
plans. Well, indeed, this is also a possibility.
Perhaps
mean-
he will be at the party.
The party does seem to attract some of the finest artists of all kind.
Perhaps two birds avec one stone.
This is certainly a possibility.
I say we
Very
party.
good. The party. It sounds like it's the party, right?
Party.
Okay,
think
very
so.
good. So you do have the Guy de Maupassant lead. He is working as a naval clerk somewhere in Montmartre. You might be able to ask around. In fact, I have decided now as your keeper that he actually wrote the short article about the greatness of his friends' paintings and got it published in a small and little known art periodical. But you have decided to go to Madame Castaigne's mansion in the 16th arrondissement. And so as you arrive, you see carriages pulling up and, people getting out of them who are decked in beautiful, bright, almost like this, canary yellow feathers hanging off of their hats. The gentleman is wearing a yellow waistcoat, a yellow tie, and even a yellow hat. And they enter through a gate behind a high stone wall and climb the hill up to her manor house. And you are all standing outside of it across the street, having just maybe kind of taken a coach here yourselves.
And I'm just guessing we are not wearing yellow.
Well, you didn't tell me that you were, so yes, you are not.
Damn it. It
No,
didn't say
yeah.
that on the invitation.
Well,
Have you seen anyone entering the party that is not dressed in yellow?
You've only seen the couple I just described. Would you like to stay and watch for a little while longer?
I
Perhaps
would
it
very
would be
much,
wise.
because what if we walk into the party and everyone is wearing yellow and I am not? That would be si embarrassement.
Very good. And so you kind of hang out across the street a little while longer, and soon another coach pulls up, and out of this comes a squat man with kind of a big belly, and he's wearing a long kind of golden yellow coat. It almost looks like a king's robes, and he's wearing a little yellow crown, and he's not even clean shaven, and he's kind of leering, and he has a woman on each arm. And both of the women are wearing yellow as well. They're wearing, yellow feathers and yellow sequins. And he walks with them up to the gate, where a guardsman looks at their invitation and bids them in.
Do we recognize him? Was that
that-
Andre?
That was André Aldonnet.
Ugh. Une pig.
Aldonnet.
Pig man.
Ugh.
He's a
Jolene.
shrine.
I
Wait,
thought
can I-
I smelled the farm.
I wish I could knock him out with a big rock on his head and take his clothes.
So, let me see. Well,
Doctor, what
is
should
it possible?
we do? We are not in the right clothes.
Is it possible? We are in the 16e arrondissement. Is it possible that we are able to find ourselves somewhere nearby and how do you say a fabric store, a place where we may be able to lay our hands on some yellow fabric of some kind?
I think that with a roll, I will allow you to properly, costume yourselves for the event. But what skill will you use?
Now that is an interesting question. What about? So, I think I'm right in saying that we are not too far from the Sorbonne museum, not the museum, the university in this neck of the woods. Is that right? I'm trying to remember. No, this is wrong.
Be sure to get the geography of Paris right, Humphrey. Do not disappoint our viewers who know the exact distance of the Sorbonne from the 16th arrondissement. Let me see.
I'm looking. No, it's too far away. That is in the six. Damn, that was my plan was to use my medicine skill to chat up some medical students to ask them about the local area.
What about disguise? Does that do anything?
It certainly does. It certainly does, Candace. If Candace can roll a disguise at normal difficulty, Candace, what is her disguise skill? What is her level at? What's the number?
Let me see. Where did it go? 40.
40. So if she can roll a normal disguise skill, she can find some way to deck herself in yellow. If she can roll it hard, which means 20 or under, she can get someone else kind of decked in yellow. And if she rolls like a really extreme roll, which is like 8 or under, all three of you will be perfectly dressed for the party. And you have to describe to me what she has done, but first we can just roll to see if she's successful.
I got an 18.
Oh,
wow! You got 2 of the characters decked out for the party, and you may decide. And I know it's Sophie's choice, but you may decide if you are going to take Christine Delphine into the party with you, or Dr. Reuter into the party with you. And now, please describe to me, how did our friend Candace get this yellow fabric and put together yellow outfits so quickly, even after arriving at the location?
Oh, well, it's a little psychic ability. I was able to find out how far away the fabric store was.
Right.
I just kept walking.
Maybe you even had a vision of yellow a few days ago, and when everybody's like, "No, we don't have," you were like, "Ha ha."
Something like that. It was definitely psychic.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now, since I have to choose out of the two of you, I think I'm gonna have to say Christine.
I think this is sensible.
Because, we don't want to look like we're taken, with a man, and we want to, we could maybe get somewhere here.
Exactement. I think you are exactly right.
I will see if there is any other way that I can insert myself into proceedings. I suggest that you ladies go on ahead without me.
All right. See you inside.
Thank you.
Very good. And so you arrive at the gate, and you, at any point, you can describe to me exactly how you have decked yourself in yellow, what your costume looks like. But first, you must deal with this complication. The man looks at your invitation, and he is like, "This is for one." And he points at Candace and is like, "Miss Bourbeau, go ahead in. But you, no."
Oh. I see there has been some incredible mistake. You see, I have dropped my invitation in the ground, and it melted in the water, so delicate. Alors, you can just let me in, and I'm gonna roll persuade.
Okay, so normally, and of course you would not know this, that was a lie. So we would call it a fast talk when you lie, and persuade is when you tell the truth. So I'm going to let you roll persuade though, because I think that you're just actually. You know what I'm going to ask you to do instead, because your character's being funny. You can roll charm.
Ooh. Oh, I don't have charm. I don't have a skill in charm.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you can roll persuade then.
Okay, I'm gonna roll persuade, which is at 70.
That's your best skill, I think.
It is, and I get 24.
Very good. Okay, so that's like a hard
That's
success.
a hard.
Yeah. So he is like,
don't draw attention to yourself while you're here. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. What was your name?
My name.
Ooh, I
My
hope
name?
Generate
I
something.
hope it's
My
right.
name.
It could be Guillaume
Jean-
Jeremy.
Jean-Christophe. Jean-Christophe.
Jean-Christophe, thank you so much.
My hero. And I give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay, get out of here.
And
Get
in
out
the
of
cloud of perfume, we walk away.
yes. And you enter into the great hall. The doors are open, and you realize that Madame Castaigne has fitted her home, at least the parts that her guests are frequenting. Every single fixture, every single drape, every single bit of fabric is now a bright yellow, but there are other tones of yellow. There are sickly yellows, there are goldenrod type yellows, and everybody is wearing yellow, and they're all moving into a hall where there is a huge table laid out with yellow carrots and citrus and yellow cauliflower and yellow beets and many different foods that have been dyed yellows and yellow soups. And they are all kind of moving through and marveling at the great yellow feast that's been prepared for them. And they're all drinking a white wine with a golden hue and laughing to each other. And everything is so yellow it sort of hurts your eyes.
All
A
these
little
years,
gauche, no? A little tacky, just moi.
I know. I've been wanting to come to these parties for years, literally, and I never thought it would be so yellow. That's just one note.
A man overhears you. And he comes up and he goes,
To be gauche is the point, no? Madame Castaigne delights in flaunting what is expected, in overwhelming the senses, yes? This is how an artist may get her to take notice.
Hello.
I could see that.
Enchanté.
Nice to meet you.
Enchanté. Who are you?
Olivier Pomeroy.
Olivier. Nice to meet you. I am Christina.
And I am Camila.
Camila.
Have you ever heard of me?
I have, and I know you are not Camila. I think you ladies have found an invitation to get in, yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot of Camilas in this town. Just so you know.
Camila has attended many of Madame Castaigne's salons.
How many?
She was here.
How long have you known Camilla? When's the last time you saw her?
Oh, I do not know her. Oh no, but I had the pleasure of seeing her perform. Yes, a new work. Yes, at the last salon, Madame Castaigne. She mounted for us in her drawing room a short theatrical performance. It was, I hesitate to say, but I must admit, life-changing.
What was this work called?
Something, yellow. Yes, the king in yellow. It was about entropy. It was about corruption, huh? And how all things are crumbling, returning to dust at all times. That what we perceive as growth is really the beginning of death. You'll excuse me. I won't tell anyone your secret.
Oh,
Thank
merci.
you. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Yeah. Wow, now we owe a very gross little man a favor. I do not like that.
There are 6 people milling around this table. I wanted to be clear on how many guests are here. And he maybe makes the 7th, and you and Candace and Christine make the 9th, the 8th and the 9th. So there aren't a ton of people here. You can talk to the other guests, but for the moment, I'd like to talk to Dr. Reuter and find out how he's getting along, or how he would maybe try to find a way to look into things.
So I have been observing the entrance of the house. It seems as though you're saying that there are only 9 guests in total at the soiree.
Right now, but the time of the invitation has arrived, so yes.
So the night is yet young. We think there are more people coming.
This might be it. The whole party has a creepy vibe, where it's a very exclusive invitation.
Yes, I have been looking to observe from the outside, but I do not think there is much that I have seen that is giving me encouragement that this is a big party. So
You may make a spot hidden roll if you'd like.
Yes, of course I would like. It sounds magical.
Please do.
Well, I see nothing. I hear nothing. Nothing happens.
Very good. You can push it if you'd wish.
But what if I
when
get
you
it
push
wrong?
it,
Then there'll be terrible ramifications.
Mary Lou, and Roz, when you push a roll, that's you fail it, but you want to roll it again. I'll let you roll it again, but if you fail the second time, something horrible happens.
Oh,
I do not wish to roll for a second time because I am a big time coward. But what I would like to do is to make my way around the side of the building and look for a servant's entrance or something of this nature.
Very good. You do that, and it's not high security. That guardsman at the front seems to be the only guardsman. You will have to, however, perhaps scale a wall or go through some thick shrubbery. Would you be willing to do that, Doctor?
Now let's see. Let me look at what I am good at and what I am bad at. Not very good at a lot of things. Okay, so I will knock on the servant's door. I will pull the bell on the servant's door.
Okay, so you push your way through some shrubbery, and you have some sprigs of greenery kind of sticking off of your jacket and your ascot or whatever it is the doctor wears. And soon you find yourself at a back door, and there are buckets and kind of crates out this back service entrance. And soon a young man, very young. I mean, he looks to be maybe 16, in like kind of a very kind of dappled apron, kind of walks out and looks out into the night as if like he's taking a short break from his labors.
But I would like to approach him and say, "Good evening. I'm here. I'm the doctor. I'm here as called."
The doctor?
Doctor, yes, for Madame Castaigne.
There was a doctor called?
Yes, that is.
You should go
evidently.
around to the front and talk to Jean-Christophe.
No, I don't have time to talk to Jean-Christophe. Please stand aside, and I will pass through.
Will you make a roll of some sort?
I'm going to make a medicine roll.
Okay.
To bamboozle him, like, listen, do you know how to deal with a perforated ulcer, which is currently separating into the lower intestine of the guest of the esteemed Madame Castaigne?
I will allow it.
I passed hard, so I medicine this guy's dick off.
Right, and his dick is off, and he is out of your way, and you are now in a loud kitchen where some sort of dour-faced chef is kind of cooking yellow things with yellow stains all over his outfit.
I pass through with a curt nod with my medical bag. I've got my stethoscope around my neck. Everyone who can see that I am, without question, a man of medicine. So I pass through
very
the kitchen
good.
at top speed.
Very good. And so, passing through the kitchen, you find that there is a door directly into the dining room, if you wish, or you may take a right, and you will be in kind of a servant's hall.
I think I will make a right. I will look to secrete myself somewhere else about the building. I do not wish to join the party. I would like to get to somewhere, ideally, where I can sort of see what is going on, or hear what is going on, or something like this.
Very good. So, you kind of yes. So you kind of creep about the servants' hallway, and would you like to tell? There are kind of some doors on either side of the servants' hall. Would you like to look to the one to the left or to the right? Eventually, the servants' hall ends, and you kind of come out into the foyer where there's like a staircase leading to the second floor, and then like the smoking room, parlor, and whatnot.
In an ideal world, I would like to make my way upstairs, but passing as few people as possible.
Very good. So I think that for this, I don't believe you have much in the way of stealth skill, do you?
It is not fantastic, but I think I may rely once again on my well-practiced doctor's walk and medical bag to persuade. I'm not hiding from anyone. I'm striding purposefully upstairs, and if anyone stops me, I will attempt to once again medicine them into submission.
Very good. Okay. Well, let's just roll some luck. Roll your luck score, which is the big box in the center of your sheet, and to see if anybody even sees you at all.
I rolled a 15.
And you have currently what luck?
87.
Oh, yes, the doctor is quite lucky. So if the doctor wants to use luck later to survive things or to improve his rolls, he'll spend those points and his luck score will go down. And the next time he wants to roll for luck, he'll have to roll under the new number. But right now he has his full luck 87 and he rolled well under it. And so the doctor comes out of the servants' hall and quietly pads up the stairs and is now on the second floor. And I will cut back to Candace and our friend Christine to find out what they are up to, what they are doing.
I'm getting nervous. I'm sweating a little bit.
So
Christine Delphine.
Allah.
It is Andre Aldone.
Can I help you, Andre?
Do not turn your nose up at me, you Spanish lass.
Do not tell Candice what to do, ever.
Yeah.
You are jewels, both of you. You shine brighter than the canary yellow on these walls.
Yes, I know that. Do you have anything I do not know to tell me?
I would like to once again offer that you come by the Café Serunai. You would be perfect for my new show. It is based on some of the ideas I have absorbed here at the Salon of Madame Castaigne. You see, my shows, they are no longer, for the perverts. Now I cater to a more artistic crowd, yes? You would have the opportunity to create true art on my stage.
Andre, I highly doubt that. Alors, you have a question for me? I have a question for you. When is the last time you saw Camilla Borbeau?
Oh, yes, Camilla. Yes, she is a frequent guest to these salons. Yes, Camilla, the last time I saw her, she was at the other end of this room, performing in a beautiful theatrical work that was introduced to us by Madame Castaigne. I wish I could describe to you. It was as if it was written for her. Her delicacy, her fragility. I feared for her. But it was her acting. She is a talented thespian. As are you! Which is why I must get you in my show!
But of course. Perhaps another time.
He tries to hand you a flyer.
Oh, no, thank you. That's all right. I know where to find you.
At least come and watch our new review. I think you will find that it is different from my earlier fare. Something for even an intellectual to sink his teeth into.
Or hair teeth.
Yeah. All right. Well, I must go pay my respects to Madame Castain.
We'll miss you.
And he walks away in his weird king outfit.
Bye-bye. Ugh. That guy.
I do not believe that his shows are not perverted.
Oh, no. Not at all. Not from a man like that. However, perhaps we should check out one of his shows.
I mean, yeah, I've done worse things.
Everybody keeps talking about this play that Camilla did here.
I know, it must have been good. I gotta get my hands on that script that was in her apartment.
The doctor has it, does he not?
I believe
The doctor
he
does
did
have it.
take it.
I do.
He does. And the doctor is currently upstairs, and you have entered the private quarters of the family. As a doctor in Frankfurt, you were perhaps used to this. You were, please come into our private quarters, the place that none of our guests ever see, and aid our ailing uncle or our a mother about to give birth. But now you are in under different circumstances. You quickly find what looks to be a room that is completely burdened with documents. To call it a study would be unfair to someone who keeps a study, because this room is just papers that are so like kind of piled on top of each other that they threaten to cause some sort of avalanche. There might be a desk under it somewhere. You also find not too far from that a toilette, and then not too far from that a very large boudoir. You could also cross to the other side of the second floor and find what the suite of rooms is on that side if you'd like. So separating the two is, of course, the staircase you just came up, and a beautiful window that looks out on the gardens.
So, I think that I am... Oh, I was being French there for a moment. That's not my accent. I think that instead what it is that I am doing is looking in. I think inside the study, as you describe it, even though this is an inadequate word it is the best one for us at this moment in time. In the study, I will look for. I am looking around for. What am I looking around for? I'm looking around for, I think, any further copies of The King in Yellow, any sign of anything that strikes me as out of the ordinary. Very non-specific.
It is such a mess in here. Would you like to once again roll your library use to make some sort of sense of these documents
Certainly,
that are laid out
I should do
everywhere?
my best. I passed it, baby. 37 on a 40.
Well, the thing that you find that is interesting to you is that she has saved many news accounts of the recent kind of revolutionary activity, but in particular, she has saved accounts of regarding the Hotel de Ville. The Hotel de Ville, which was the first building burned by the Communards when the French army returned to Paris. It's a grand old structure, beautiful, legendary, historical. The government of Napoleon III was quartered there until the Communards attacked. Those ministers escaped through a tunnel beneath the Hotel de Ville, and then the Communards took over. But when the French army returned to oust the terrorist Communards, the anarchists, the liberal fools, the Communards. This is a conservative paper you're looking at. The Communards burnt the hotel to the ground, and only a ruin remains. She has saved every single bit of detail that she can on the Hotel de Ville. She has saved every article about the burning of it.
Very interesting. It seems that Madame Castaigne has some sort of fascination with the goings-on at the Hotel de Ville.
Sounds
That's
safe
true.
to say.
Candace and Christine, let me know just like what you would do at a party like this. It hasn't really come time for people to sit down and eat yet, or for whatever the performances are that are about to. So you could mingle by talking to people, or you could kind of do as our friend Dr. Reuter is doing and sneak around and look at things, or what would you like to do?
Well, I have a feeling that the woman of the hour is going to be wondering who we are.
Yeah, we might want to make ourselves scarce, perhaps. Already we have been recognized twice. Alors, it might be more useful to hide in the shadows and see what we can find out.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go sneaking.
All right, would someone like to give me a stealth roll for you guys to hide and kind of watch the proceedings?
I do
Sure, I'll
not have
that.
stealth.
Wait, let me check. Stealth.
It will be on the
I have 40.
Nice.
So if you would like to lead your friend Christine in a stealth roll, in other words, help her hide, she can roll her stealth, which it will be at the little number in parentheses on your sheet, Christine, is where it starts for all human beings, adult human beings. So you can roll that. It starts at 20, not too bad. If she succeeds, you'll get a bonus die in your stealth roll, Roz, and I'll tell you what that means in a second. But let's go ahead and have Christine roll first.
Okay. Ooh, hard fail, 89.
Okay, so Roz, you're just going to have Candace roll a normal stealth roll. You're going to try to roll under 40.
I'm rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 10 and a 9, so is that...
You got a 19. Yeah, you did it. So you did well. So you pull Christine behind a yellow drapery, and now you are watching the proceedings. And soon, Madame Castaigne, she enters the room from a side door that you didn't even know was back there. It was behind another drapery. And she looks like someone took a bird of paradise with yellow plumage, and then she even has her face painted yellow and her hands painted yellow, and it is all quite sickly and terrifying. And she has amber stones glistening on every finger, and she moves into the room, and people start kissing her hand, and as they come up, they have yellow smeared across their mouths. She is talking to many of her guests, but in particular, you see that she is talking to André Aldonnet.
Close.
Would you like to make a listen roll to try to listen from your hiding place to what they are saying?
Oh, heck yeah. I don't have anything higher than 20, but I'm going to roll it anyway.
Okay. Does Candace have a listen skill that's a little better than you?
I have 50.
Okay, give it a shot, both of you.
I got 89.
I passed. 17.
17. I think you should check your listen, Christine. So, Candace, you're listening carefully, but you can't quite make it out. But Christine and Delphine's delicate ears pick up Madame Castaigne saying, the papers are already starting to notice his work. He is truly a great artist. And André Aldonnet is saying, wait till you see his performance at my club. It will be exquisite.
I can't wait for you to see what he's planning. It will be a theatrical spectacle, the likes of which none have ever seen. We just need to make sure that we don't draw too much attention. There are those that would like to stop us. Do not worry, do not worry. The girl, she is gone. I think she understood the play better than any of us. The way is open. Soon, we will. You didn't catch the last part.
Did you hear that voice? They said the girl is gone.
What happened to her?
Well, I know a girl who is gone. It's our friend Camilla. They must be talking about Camilla.
That's what I would guess. I mean, she's the one that brought the play to life.
We have to find out what they know. But where she might be. Do you think she's dead?
And I'm going to let the other characters make a listen roll. Because you guys are whispering behind the curtain.
Oh, fuck.
And they fail. So as you whisper behind the curtain, nobody notices you. And now I go back to my good Dr. Reuter. And I ask, where does he head to next?
So I then wish to. You told me that there is a boudoir and a toilet and a study. This I have discovered by passing through these rooms. I have seen these rooms myself.
You are kind of on the landing where you are safe from the eyes of the people below. And on this side of the house, there is a toilette, a boudoir, and a study. And then there is a massive, beautiful window that overlooks the garden. And then there is the other side of the second floor.
Then I would like to pass to the other side on the second floor. But on the way, I would like to look out of this big window about which we are hearing so much to see if in any way I can see the body of Camilla.
You picked up on the fact that the game master lets you know that maybe there's something out that window. Well then, my friend, my friendly friend, why don't you give me a spot hidden as you pass this window?
I will do my best.
Is it
Ooh,
mayhaps the same window as that's in the drawing of our good friend Camilla?
That is a great question, but I will go ahead and tell the doctor that it is not.
Alors.
Okay. So I have missed my spot hidden by just a little bit, so I might spend some luck if that is possible. This is a system. No, I can spend.
That's a good idea. Yeah, sure.
Some luck equal. Okay, in that case, I'm going to spend 6. What is it? 51. That is spot hidden. Yeah, 6. I spend
Very
6 luck points.
So your luck of 87 is now an 80. Yeah, so your luck of 87 is now an 81. Anytime you roll luck now, you have to roll 81 or under. Roz and Mary Lou, you can do that anytime you want to too. I just don't let people spend like 50 luck. 10 is usually the max I let them spend so that they're not completely smashing the game. Okay, so you look out and you're about to look away, and then the moonlight catches something, and what you are looking at is a face down in the garden below you, many feet below. You see a white face. It looks to be a pale mask that someone is wearing. The eyes are suggestion slits. The nose, likewise, is sort of like a barely perceptible kind of rise in the center, and then the mouth again is a slit. The whole impression is of clay, white chalky clay, sort of mashed together to create a human face. And it looks up at you, and it catches the moonlight, and you know for a second, Doctor, that it has seen you. The body is but a silhouette, but the face, the mask is so very clear. And in that moment, in a way I can't describe, you are shaken to your very marrow. Please roll your sanity.
No.
You know, there is an old Hessian saying, which is never ever look out the window. And this is why. I rolled under my sanity.
Very good. So you lose 0, but you are chilled. And then you notice that the bearer of this mask has hurried into the house,
Oh,
is
dear.
currently hurrying into the house.
There's another old Hessian saying, which is, "Do not get caught in the house of people who bear you ill will."
Yes.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Is that true? I hear that one all the time from all the Hessians I know.
Now below at the party, Madame Castaigne addresses the gathered throng of. It's now up to 10 people plus yourselves. So someone else has arrived at some point, and she says, "Now, if we would all please enter the drawing room for tonight's curiosities." And you can see that, like, her breathing is labored, and under all that yellow paint, like, what her neck kind of moves like a bullfrog's, and she's got to have like several servants in yellow kind of like get her kind of like sagging skeleton to kind of move into the drawing room for her. But all of the guests are following her into the drawing room.
Candice,
Yeah.
let's wait until everyone else has gone into the drawing room, and then perhaps we can sneak behind them.
Sure. Yeah. We'll hide in the back.
I think that's a good idea.
Very good. Drawing room's quite large, and it is a place where people might gather to play games or sit by a fire and make plans. There are high bookshelves in this room, and there is a fire blazing. It being late November, and you can hear a little chatter about the meteor shower last night. What an omen! Yes, very auspicious. As you sneak up behind these people, and you notice that whatever the performance is tonight, it involves a naked youth who is kind of laying back on a table in the center of the room among the books and the candles.
Male or female youth?
Male.
Candice, and Andre said his show was not for perverts.
It looks perverted to me.
How youthful is this youth?
Not of age.
Of
26.
Alors.
To be clear, viewers, this youth is 26 years old.
Got it. So not as useful as me,
No, not at all.
but quite young. Alors.
Mm-hmm.
Candice, what do you think they are going to do?
I've heard about this kind of show, and it is not for me.
Well, it is
Should we take a
apparently
watch?
is about to start because Madame Castaigne lurches to the front of the crowd and says, "And now, I bid you, please enjoy the performance of my newest discovery, Ut." His name is Ut, and she gestures to the table where the youth, who is painted yellow, I should have mentioned that, suddenly lifts himself off of the table and begins twisting his body, and you see that through twisting of his body, he is able to turn his head and get it between his legs, so that now his upside down head is kind of looking out from between his legs as his arms flail, like a spider's legs, and everybody is gasping, and some people are putting down their wine, and Aldones is in a corner going. Meanwhile,
God.
You, Doctor, no listen roll necessary, hear a soft footstep on the stairs.
So this is the main staircase. Presumably, there's a servant's stairs somewhere. I would like to make a beeline for it at tippity toppity speed, please.
Great. How will you figure out where the servant's stair is quickly?
Well, I believe it was my old friend, the keeper, that earlier said how much experience I had of entering the houses of rich people during my medical career.
Yes, it's
Often these
true.
houses are laid out in a very similar sense. So if this is the main staircase, then of course, naturally, the servants' staircase would be over here, possibly through this door.
All you have to do is make an intelligence roll.
A 19, baby.
That
Open the door,
is
motherfuckers.
a success. And what you do is you run to, you kind of remember where the servants' hall was below, and then you kind of run to sort of a what looks like a closet, but when you open it up, you realize that a lot of the things that they use to clean and kind of shine the banisters are all in here. But in addition to that, when you go to the back of this kind of broom closet, there is a very thin kind of passage leading down with stairs to the servants' hall below. And you are going to make haste down that passage, yes?
Yes, please. I think it is time to beat a hasty retreat. I
Okay.
have learned precisely 0 from my attempt to infiltrate the house of Castaigne.
Great. As you start to run down this staircase, as you start to run down this staircase, you suddenly see the man with the white mask step into your path and stand at the bottom of it and look up at you. And the mask is, in fact, horrible. The slit for eyes, slit for a mouth. There's something kind of unthinking and unfeeling about it that is completely horrible. And he pulls a knife, a long butcher's knife, and begins to walk up the stairs toward you. Meanwhile, in the drawing room, this performance is continuing. Would Candace and Christine like to do anything before it continues? Right now, he's doing something interesting. What do you call it?
Contortion.
Contortion. Thank you. Yes.
Candace, this show is not doing so much for me.
No.
Alors, I do not think we will learn anything from looking at this boy twist himself into pretzel shapes. So perhaps we should do some investigating elsewhere.
I am so with you on that.
Okay, great. So as you guys are, it sounds like you're exiting. Is that right?
Yeah.
As you are exiting, you hear the crowd gasp really loudly. And well, Christine, it looks like you've turned your head, but let me know if you really have. Have you turned to look back at what's going on?
Of course, I can't help it. I'm a
What
gossip
about
and I
you?
love attention.
What about you, Candace?
I kind of got to see this.
You turn back and you realize that the young man has gone full exorcist. He's sitting with his back to the audience, but he has turned his head all the way around to look at them.
Like an owl.
Like an owl, and everybody's like, oh! And when you see this, you don't have to roll sanity until you see it continue to go around again. It is definitely impossible, and you must roll your sanity. So try to roll under your sanity.
Oh no. Where is my sanity?
Oh, good question, because it's not in your skills, is it? It's a little bit above. It's right under where you.
I found it.
Very good.
And I did not pass.
Uh-oh.
Where's my sanity?
It is right below your characteristics.
Got it.
And-
60. I got 69.
Okay, so you both rolled over, so you failed. And so I'm going to say you each lose 1 sanity. So our friend Candace's goes down to 59, and our friend Christine's sanity goes down to 39. Because Christine, I don't know what happened to Christine. She had a nice life, but she doesn't have a lot of sanity. She started at 40. So it's only 1 sanity right now because some part of you thinks this is a trick. This is an illusion. But it is horrifying enough to look at and so uncanny that you do lose 1 sanity and are disturbed by it. Would you like to continue to watch, or would you like to, as you were previously about to do, retreat?
No, Candice, this has given me the heebie-jeebies. I do not want to watch another second.
Yeah, I've seen about enough.
Very good. So tell me where you're going to go, or if you're going to listen or look around, where are you going to go?
We haven't been upstairs yet, right?
Very good.
Let's go see what's going on upstairs.
Yes,
Great. So if that's okay with Christine, is that where you're going?
Yes, I think so. I think that's a great idea. Nothing will go wrong.
And so the two lovely dancers flitter up the stairs, and meanwhile I cut back to my friend Dr. Reuter as this masked gentleman, and he does this, when people wear masks, it's creepy when they do this kind of thing. He's doing like this kind of thing.
Like it.
As he moves up the stairs with this huge butcher knife in his hand. And Dr. Reuter, what do you do?
Albert, I'm halfway down the staircase. I'm at the top of the staircase. Where is my position, please?
Roll luck.
I passed it. I rolled a 69. Nice.
You, that's hot, dude. You are at the top of the staircase.
That is very good news. I believe, again, it was a very dear old friend of mine from the good old days who once told me that at the top of the staircase was a lot of cleaning products and things like this that would be used by the servants to clean the banisters and things. Perhaps there's a big jar, a big tin of wax or something of this nature, some cleaning fluid that is full of paraffin or something like this.
Wow, we want paraffin now.
Well, I mean,
yes,
I'm only talking about the sort of thing.
I think you should roll luck again. And if you succeed, you should take one luck off because that's a real lucky break.
64 I rolled. Not quite as sexy as the previous one, but also beneath my limits.
Yes, it is beneath your limits, and I'm going to ask you to take one more off for that. Okay, very good. And so you actually do find paraffin. Yes, the kind of things that they would use to light lamps.
Great.
A big cask of it.
Okay, well, I would like to kick the big cask over so that it all goes glub, glub, glub down the stairs all over this fellow, if that is possible.
Okay. I think you need to roll something for that. Give me like a strength or a dexterity. A throw roll would do it the best.
Yeah, I do not have throw. Can I do a strength roll?
I will allow a strength roll, yes. You must succeed hard, though, to really splash this guy.
Okay, let me see how I get on. Oh my god. I rolled a 19, which is a hard success. I can't believe my rolling today.
Doctor, you grab the big flask of paraffin, you toss it. By the way, you, Christine, and Candace see the doctor's back, kind of working in this sort of closet that he has kind of left the door open to. So you see him working, and you are now in the scene as well. If you'd like, you can interact any way that you'd like, but you are aware of what he's doing. If you like, you run up behind him and you see him, and he has taken this flask of paraffin that they would use to light their lamps, and he has thrown it down the steps. It has flopped head over heels. It has sprayed paraffin all down the staircase and then smashed into the masked man, where a bunch of paraffin splashed all over him.
Don't get it on my new dress.
Yeah.
Hello, doctor. Are you all right? Why are you throwing things?
And when you all see the man below and his face, his mask, you too must make a sanity roll, because there is something uncanny and not quite real about it.
I got 74.
I also did not pass again.
Okay. Oh, that's terrible. So I'm going to say, if you failed, then I'm going to make you lose this much. 3 for Christine Delphine. 4 for Candace Rodriguez, because there is something about this figure, this masked figure, that you know is unbelievably evil. But luckily the doctor has just doused said figure in paraffin, and now I will ask what everybody would like to do in dexterity order, and that means we will start with our friend Candace Rodriguez, who has a very high dexterity. Candace, what would you like to do? And you can also say, I run away, or I wait and see what the doctor does. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to watch and see what the doctor's doing.
Very good. And then that would bring us to our friend our friend Christine with a dexterity of 50. What would you like to do?
I want to check my pockets to see if perhaps I have matches.
Yes, make a luck roll for me.
I do not pass. 84.
And that is when the masked figure, even though he is doused in paraffin, starts climbing the steps. And it's strange. It's like the hallway maybe shortens for a moment, like the perspective isn't quite right. And soon he is halfway up the steps in just a few strides. And he's lifted his knife again. And that is all he can do before the doctor gets another action.
Okay, well, I am thinking there's lighting of some kind, presumably in this stairwell. What is that?
Lighting, yes, in the stairwell, yes. That's a good point. Yes, so there are sconces that have been lit. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Great. I would like to scoop one of them up and fuck it right at him.
Okay, I'll let you do that all in one turn. You just have to give me a hard strength roll again.
Come on, Doctor.
This is insane. I've never ever had a run of rolls like this.
Oh, a 4!
Right in the face.
You run to one of the sconces outside this little kind of closet you're in. You find a candle that was on one of the sconces in the wall. You chuck it at the white mask. It hits his chest squarely, and he goes up in flames. And silently, it's just kind of burning like a 70s stuntman in a movie where they have those guys that catch on fire. But now the entire servant stairs is burning with fervor. The whole place is kind of going up, and smoke is starting to curl up out of this hall. What would you all like to do? We don't have to go on deck order anymore. What would you all like to do?
Can we jump out the big window?
Ooh, that is so cool. It has to happen. Yes.
Perhaps,
probably...
since it looks into the garden, perhaps there's a very lush hedge.
Yes, that's possible. That's certainly possible. Christine, you run for the window. You see that it is kind of openable. You swing it open onto like a kind of a small balcony, and if you'd like, you can try to jump for the hedge. Give me a jump roll or a hard dexterity roll.
All right. Jump for a hard dex. I'm going to do hard dex because it's slightly better than my jump. I do not pass.
Okay. Christine, Delphine, you give your best balletic leap from the balcony. You miss the hedge. You land on your leg hard, and something terrible happens. You take damage. You take, oh my God, 5 damage. And 5 damage is a lot for you, Christine. I'm so sorry. You have 11 hit points, and now you are down to 6 hit points. And let's see, is that half? But that is not half. So you do not have to see if you've been maimed or if you go unconscious. I'm just going to rule, if you don't mind, that one of your legs is maybe broken or really badly injured. And so now you're kind of limping. After seeing Christine Delphine do this, what do her companions do?
I'm taking the front door.
Running for the front door, are we, Candace? Okay. And what about you, Doctor?
Well, now I have a conundrum because I also would go to the front door, but I'm worried that Fraulein Delphine will be stuck with a broken ankle in the back garden. So I think I will also attempt to climb down, not as much jumping, but more sort of a slow and steady descent.
You may give me a climb roll or a hard dexterity roll.
Ooh, it is basically the same as a hard dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. It had to happen eventually.
Oh.
Yes. Would you like to push?
81.
Would you like to push?
No, go on then. Why not? The dice have been with me all night.
So the cost of your push is that it takes extra time. Is that okay? You're really taking your time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it was not so bad. I took a long time and then fell off the building.
Okay, you did take a long time, and then you fell off the building, although you got halfway down, so you don't get quite as hurt as our poor friend Christine Delphine. When you fall off the side, she jumped, but you fell, and you took 4 damage from that.
Ouch.
Let's see, your 4 damage. The poor doctor is not a very healthy guy. He has 8 hit points normally, so now he has to roll his Constitution.
Yes, that is also not very good. But I passed it hard.
Oh, very good. So you do not go unconscious, and you are not maimed by this doctor. But I would rule that you two are a bit winded, and it's going to take a moment for you to.
When I landed, my knee went in my face, and I biffed myself real good, and it's very painful. My eyes are watering.
Oh.
Yes. And so, Candace, you head for the front door, and to do that, you must kind of run by the place where, run past the drawing room where they're all watching the performance, and they are still gasping at whatever's happening. Would you like to try to stealth past, or would you try to just be really fast and use your dexterity to get past? Or do you have a third idea I haven't thought of?
I think I'm gonna kind of stealth, but get by. Oh wow! Oh, that's crazy. Okay, as I'm running real quick.
Very good. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Okay, what do we?
You
got
are
here?
sneaking past the drawing room as you exit.
57.
57, and your stealth is normally 40. Okay, so that is a failure. Would you like to push it?
I don't know. Should I?
I mean, remember, something
I'm new
bad
to
happens
this.
if you fail again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Very good.
Vegas,
Here we go.
baby.
We're rolling again. Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Yes.
36.
36.
Nice.
You succeeded this time. That's amazing. And so what I will say is the thing that happened is you had to kind of really wait till they were gasping, right? Like you realized you had to wait till all of their attention was on the performance. And so this time as you go by, there is a chance for you to kind of look at what's happening, or you succeeded, so you can completely ignore it. Do you look, or do you just get the hell out of that house?
I gotta see.
Somehow, and it is not possible, his hand is coming out of his mouth.
No.
And you can only see that above the shoulders and heads of the other people. And it is not physically possible. And it seems to be stretching the mouth in a way that's like making it bleed. You must now make another sanity roll for me.
Yeah, I think so.
It's nasty.
All right.
It's nasty.
25.
That's a success. So you only take 1 more sanity damage there, my friend Candace. Boy, you've seen some fucked up shit.
It's been a night.
It's been a night, and it's been a life since this thing didn't affect you that badly. And you are out. You are out of the house and out onto the grounds, running past Jean-Christophe right now. And my friends that are in the back garden, though, you should know that the servant's door swings open, and there is a smoldering form standing in the light from the house, and it lifts a knife and starts walking toward the 2 prostrate forms lying in the garden. Yes, you're badly injured, and the man that you burnt is still moving. And so I would like to know he is crispy. I mean, in fact, he's like, and by the way, the light behind him is like fire. Like there is now fire blazing like in the kitchen or what have you behind him. And he is moving toward you with this knife. Just the smell of wood smoke coming off of him. You're both badly hurt. What do you do?
Doctor, I think we should get the fuck out of here. And I want to hobble as if my life depended on it, which I think it does.
Very good. So all you need to do is give me a let's call it a hard dodge or dexterity roll to get out of here.
Okay. Hard dodge.
So hard means half of your skill.
Dexterity is.
Okay, well, mine is
My
exactly the
best
same.
I have failed.
I have also
Hey.
failed.
I have failed to do this.
Okay, great. So the silhouette comes up behind you, and let's see. Both of you roll luck. Let's see who he grabs.
Oh no.
20 against an 80.
24 against a 56.
Wait, 20 against an 80 is better, though, because our friend, the doctor, has so much luck. So it is, in fact,
I am
Christine
lucky.
Delphine, whose hair he pulls back,
No,
and he
Christine.
draws his knife, and the knife comes down. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
No!
Not my hair. Just tell me he does not cut my hair, my beautiful hair.
This story is called Paris Painted Yellow, and you've been watching us play Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, and I've had some fantastic players tonight. Roz Hernandez, Mary Lou, and Humphrey Ker. Thank you, guys. Was it scary?
It
was
is
scary.
scary.
But of course.
Yeah. Well, you guys were doing an excellent job. Where do you think Camilla is? You still haven't found her.
I think she is
I think she's behind the
dead
mask.
as a doornail. I think she is D-E-D dead.
Yeah.
I think she's hidden in the house somewhere.
Interesting.
I think she's
And
wearing the mask. I think she's behind the mask. They have made a golem of her.
that is a great, great guess. Well, maybe we'll find out when we come back next time. I just want to thank you guys for spending 2 hours living this weird story for me. You were amazing. Roz's podcast is called Ghosted. You can see Mary Lou on her Twitch, and you should check out the season of Apple TV Plus's Mythic Quest that Humphrey just finished on. You guys, thank you again so much for being here.
Binge it all.
Thank
Follow them on all their
you.
socials and tell them how great they were. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.
See you soon. I'm going to hang out for a second. So that's the first chapter of our story featuring the antagonist that you demanded, subscribers, the King in Yellow. And I hope I have done some justice for you. My name is Jared Logan. This is the Stream of Blood, and we have so many great things coming up this Saturday at, I believe it's 6 p.m. Pacific. We will be featuring the Kino Horror, I believe. Clinton Trucks, am I correct in that? Secret Keeper?
Confirmed. The Kino Horror.
All right. The Kino Horror in our Blood and Blades game. We play Blades in the Dark with a number of different crews that all exist in a connected setting. So different groups of players all playing in the same setting, which is sort of a fantasy heist and crime game. Please do check that out, 6 p.m. this Saturday. And then on Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific, as always, we'll have another chapter of Vampires of Pittsburgh. We have just started our new chronicle. It's a pretty good jumping on point. It's called Reign in Blood, and our players are now in charge of the city of Pittsburgh. Could a dream that incredible become true? Could you yourself be running Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? Only if you're one of the kindred, one of the living dead, as our characters are. So come back and check that out, because we're going to start a new little story with them as well on Sunday. I mentioned that subscriptions are what keep us going. So please pound, smash, smush that subscription button as much as you can. Please get in touch with us on all our socials and let us know what you think of our content. You can reach us on Twitter. You can reach us on Instagram. We are also on Reddit and even Facebook. The best place is on our server of blood on Discord. Discord is the place to talk us up about everything that we're doing here on the Stream of Blood. Let's see. Is there anything I'm missing? Does anybody have any comments or questions or Cthulhu lore they'd like to share before I get going? I'm happy to talk to the subscribers for a minute since we ended a tad bit early. Look, I will just say this, viewers: if you ever get a chance to end the night's gaming on having one of your characters, one of your PCs, about to take a knife to the jugular, boy, that's a great cliffhanger. You got to go for it. Yeah, I don't see any comments, so I'll just say thank you to my fellow writer and producer and buddy, Clinton Trucks, my other producer and partner, Brian Baldinger, who helped set so much of this up, our social media manager, Megan Arch, our YouTube content producer, who's helped us put up some YouTube content, Matt Moynihan, our incredible artistic director and graphic designer, Jill Petrachik. And who does the music? Who did this Neptune Society music again, Secret Keeper?
This is by Warbird.
Warbird did that really creepy theme you heard at the beginning. So check out more of Warbird's stuff on SoundCloud. That's it. I love you all. Until next time. Shub Nugurath Cthulhu Fatagan. Bye-bye.